Here we go.
There you go. A lot better than last month, yeah. Can't get you twice. You let me know?
Holly, you,
Yeah, we're just waiting for confirmation. You don't see us yet?
got it, okay.
Went through all the AI checks. Oh, you got a little lapel mic there?
It's easy for them.
Yeah, that's what should be on. You should have an agenda, memorandum.
Let me know.
Excellent.
Okay, all set? Okay, I'd like to call to order the village board meeting for September 24th, 2025. If you could please stand if you can for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call of board members.
Trustee Polari? Present. Trustee Cellier?
Present.
Trustees Trezino?
Present.
Trustee Veth?
Present.
Mayor Howley?
Present.
Attorney Nugent?
Here.
All here.
Okay, couple of announcements. The clerk, deputy clerk, treasurer, and myself had the opportunity to go up to Lake George last week representing the village at the Conference of Mayors at their fall training. We were up there from Monday to Thursday, and I think basically we attended like five or six workshops each during the day. It was my first time going to that place, and the amount of knowledge we got really was second to none. They're on their game. They have a lot of professionals, attorneys, planners, engineers, giving us their expertise on every item that possibly could come under the sun regarding running a village business, between clerk stuff, treasurer stuff, mayor stuff. Truly, we weren't busy. We left the hotel at 8 o'clock in the morning. We didn't get back till like 5:30 that night, every night. But it was good. It was a lot of good stuff. I'm gonna try to get a trustee or two to go every time we have one of these, because the wealth of information. So now we have to try to come back here and figure it all out, and make it work. I'd like to thank Matty Vett, running a community charity crew cup. I'm not going to take his thunder to be part of his report. It was last Saturday. It was over on Vine Street by the Elks. Cornhole and the community coming together to have a little fun. Matty will delve into that a little later. We have some correspondence, letter of resignation, and then a building permit extension. That's available to read if you'd like. Visiting elected officials, I see none. Floyd could not make it tonight. So we'll go right into reports of boards and department heads. Parks and Recreation, Brendan Colasar.
How's it going, everybody? So for the month, we've been busy mowing grass, collecting garbage, watering village plants. We cut a bunch of trees off the back of the water plant. We repaired the roof on the water plant, regraded behind the water plant to alleviate some water issues we were dealing with. And we have been working on the ceiling in the office, trying to get that back in shape, getting ready for them to do their project. Also been working on the baseball fields for fall ball, and we did some building repairs at PD. That's all I have.
Thank you. What Brendan's alluding to, hopefully, proverbially any day now, we're gonna start on the rehab of the water plant. We did have a little issue with the roof, so Brendan took care of the leaks for us and trying to, make the computer room up and running and in good shape. Thank you, Brendan. DPW. Bill, how are you tonight?
How we doing?
Not bad, yourself?
We're completing our ditching on the Old Dutch Hollow. We've done several catch bases this week, a couple of water jobs. We've been patching leaves, and we've also been working on the Bennett Field.
Okay, just on the catch bases, if you could relate or have Wally relate to Danielle which ones, because with this MS4 requirement,
Yeah.
we're trying to keep
No
a
problem.
schedule. So,
Yep.
thank you so
We'll do
much.
that. Yep.
Okay. Police, Sergeant Detective Jones.
Good evening, everyone. For the month of August 2025, the Village of Greenwood Lake Police Department handled a total of 1,234 blotter reports, conducted 392 traffic stops. We issued 174 traffic summonses. We handled 4 motor vehicle accidents and responded to 20 check the welfare / assist citizens, along with 37 medical aided calls and 11 arrests were executed. In terms of personnel changes, we only have one. We have one resignation. It's for dispatcher Lydia Merrigan. She has accepted a career opportunity as a full-time police officer with the Village of Washingtonville Police Department, and we wish her the best of luck in her new role. Public correspondences. The signage project on Edgemere Avenue and Waterstone Road have both been completed. We once again would like to thank Anthony Mann from the DPW, Anthony Mann and the DPW for their diligence in completing these projects very quickly for us. That's all I have to report, and that's submitted respectfully by Chief Adam Irant. Any
Thank you. Any
questions?
questions, anybody? Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll give Phil's water report. There's not really much going on. Everything has been status quo, other than finishing up water readings and collecting lead and copper samples. Everyone should have gotten their water bills by now. If you have not, I'm sure Kathleen, the clerk, will remind you in a little while. But the bills are out, so you should have them. If you don't, give us a call. They've also worked through final details of the village's emergency response and vulnerability assessment and cybersecurity assessment reports. All 3 have been signed, submitted, and approved by the county health department. These are required from the county. Obviously, cybersecurity, we have to have protections in place, preventing anybody from breaking into our computer system and be able to create havoc. So we're obligated by law to have this study done, which we have, and we're in full compliance. A defective flow meter had to be replaced at the treatment plant in order to maintain normal operations, and that was completed. And as usual, the department would like to thank the town DPW for their assistance with water main service line repairs. And that concludes Phil's report at this time. Trustee reports. Trustee Polari.
Hey, good evening. As far as the Greenwood Lake Senior Center, they continue to provide vital services to our community with nutrition, social, and educational programs throughout the month, as well as birthday celebrations, and weekly lunches, monthly community meals, and technology support for our seniors in partnership with the library. This month, I want to highlight an important new initiative by Mr. Niehaus' office in Orange County. The program is called Go Grandparent, and is giving these our municipalities access to provide free rides for residents age 60 and older, to attend essential appointments, community events, and social functions. I will be meeting with the Senior Center leadership to explore how the village could support and leverage assistance to bring session from the Office of the Aging into the village, so our seniors could sign into this project from the village instead of having to go online if they need assistance, or be able to do it here on site. As for the Greenwood Lake Public Library, the library continues to offer enriching educational and recreational programs for all ages. For the month of September, the library hosted Read to Rescue on Saturday, September 20th, where the families enjoyed reading with therapy dogs for the children to encourage reading and develop those close relationships. The Board of Trustees for the library had their meeting on September 18, and sign-up for the October programs open on September 15. For the Greenwood Lake Chamber of Commerce, the month of October is going to be an exciting month as they are hosting their restaurant week from October 6th to the 17th. There is a list in social media. You could find a list of the participating restaurants. Some of the restaurants will offer prefix menus, seasonal specials to celebrate Greenwood Lake's dining community. We ask all the residents to please make an effort to support this week. It's going to be important for the community as well for our restaurants who are very generous with the community. The fall mixer for the chamber is going to be October 22nd at the Greenwood Lake Tap House. And comedy night is scheduled for November 8th at the Greenwood Lake American Legion. You could get more information and tickets for the comedy night on the chamber's website. We're also going to be meeting with the chamber shortly to start planning the holiday festival, which is going to be exciting this year, and we are going to make sure that the village has an opportunity to really highlight how amazing the community is for the holidays. The Greenwood Lake Union School District, we had the privilege, most of the trustees were able to attend and the mayor to attend the Patriot Day ceremonies at the elementary school and the middle school, which are, ways in which the community honors the events of that day, as well as to our commitment to civic engagement and community pride. As for upcoming important dates for the school, September 26th is Elementary School Grandparents' Day, which is for all the grandparents in the community to have the opportunity to celebrate with the little ones. The PTSA meeting is going to be October 1st. On October 2nd, the district is going to be closed for observance to Yom Kippur. And October 13th, the district is going to be closed in observance of Columbus Day. I was unable to attend the special board education meeting, so I will be meeting with Superintendent Haddon soon for any updates, and will share in my next report, or if anything is urgent, we will communicate. Thank you, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Polari. Trustee Celia.
Thank you, Mayor. Begin with the building department, and this is activity in the month of August. The building department collected $10,500 in the month of August. 74% of those fees were related to building permits and escrow. New permit activity, they opened 18 new permits. The cost of construction of the permits for improvements in new construction is around $211,000. 11 of the 11 new permits were open, and 7 permits were granted certificates. They closed out 19 permits, issuing 16 certificates of compliance and 3 COs. Only 1 complaint in the month of August. Just a stop work order, and a violation was issued under Building Code 38-1, working without a permit. The ZBA/Planning Board met in the month of August. 3 applications on the agenda. So conditional approval granted for a replacement of a above-ground pool, excavation 100 feet from the lake on Section 306, Block 17, Lot 8. So conditional approval granted for squaring off existing building footprint and adding a second story, Section 306, Block 17, Lot 1. And a conditional approval was granted for an amendment to a site plan to allow for outdoor deck amenities and games, Section 109, Block 1, Lot 46.1. The Comprehensive Plan Committee met this past Monday. We reviewed the survey results that have been collected to date. 266 responses have been collected from the community. The next steps for the committee include the vision statement, which we started to review on Monday, and then following would be topics, goals, and recommendations of the plan. In the October meeting that's already on the calendar, the committee will be planning a public workshop to drill down on the key themes that came out of the work of the subcommittees over the summer and the survey. So it's another opportunity for the community to be sort of involved and engaged in this process of putting together the comprehensive plan. So there'll be more information provided to the committee. The survey remains open. Right now, the thinking is a November target date to kind of close the public survey. On October 18th at the Terra Trail, we've been discussing having a real push of the QR code flyers that we had at the street fair. There was good response to those QR code flyers, so it'll be another opportunity for the community to provide their input into this process. Just around the village, if many of you may have noticed that you have the "You Are Not Alone" banner is hanging currently Mountain Lakes Road and County Route 17. Thank you, Brendan, for your assistance in putting that up. It's an initiative that started in 2023. The banner is sponsored by the Warwick Valley Prevention Coalition, Team Up for Hope, We the People, and Warwick Cares Mental Health Initiative. The banner was in the village of Warwick for the beginning of September, which is Suicide Prevention Month, and is now in Greenwood Lake, and they are thanking the mayor for his support of that. There's a photo opportunity this Friday, September 26th at 5 p.m. So we invite the officials, stakeholders, leaders of the community to join in that photo, again in support for suicide prevention, mental health awareness. So hopefully those who are able to attend, the public is welcome to attend as well. So hopefully we'll see many of you there. That ends my report.
Thank you, Trustee Elliott. Trustee Trezino, your report.
Good evening, everybody. I want to begin by pointing out that we lost two members of our community very recently. One was Anne Marie Sabaris, who was a former village trustee. Anne Marie is very involved with the community, so she'll be missed. And James Kilcullen. Jimmy was a legend in his military and police endeavors throughout his life. He was a member of Air America during Vietnam, worked at the CIA, Special Forces, Green Beret. When he got bored of that, he went to the police world. He was my first instructor at the police academy, and just an amazing guy. So, again, he would be a regular face at all of the community events, especially ones that had to do with first responders of the military, and we will definitely miss them both. So, talking about our first responders, the Greenwood Lake Ambulance Corps, they had 60 calls for the month of August. They held a successful blood drive, and they also wanted me to make sure I pointed out that they beat the fire department at the recent cornhole fundraiser. The fire department said that they're currently preparing for the Orange County Fire Parade, which this year is going to be held in the village of Monroe. They're also getting everything ready for the Fire Prevention Month, which is October, and that keeps them very busy. We have the upcoming Terra Trail. So all of the Greenwood Lake Emergency Services will be present for the Halloween Festival and Terra Trail, which will be taking place on October 18th. And last, when we deal with public safety, as we enter into autumn, we have all this deadfall and dry leaves and windy conditions. So we're asking, please, everybody, adhere to basic safety precautions for outdoor fires. There's no current New York State fire restrictions, but I don't think anybody needs to be reminded of the fires and the challenges that we faced last year, almost exactly a year ago. So, info can be found on the New York State DEC website, which I'll also be posting on my my Facebook page. But there are some really good tips and some things there that you should follow if you're going to be having any kind of outdoor fires. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Trezino. Trustee Vett.
Good evening. We truly live in a special community. Its generosity and community spirit can't be matched anywhere. I would like to thank everyone who came out to support the Community Charity Crew Cup, the teams, the Ambulance Corps, the Boy Scouts, the Children of the Corn, soccer, the Boathouse, Emerald Point, the Gaelic Cultural Society, the Greenwood Lake Fire Department, the Greenwood Lake Chamber of Commerce, the Greenwood Lake PTSA, the Lions, who had 2 teams, the Legion, the Elks, Little League, Murphy's, the Waterstone Inn, the Bark Park, and the Greenwood Lake Police Department. A special thank goes out to the Legion, the Sons of the Legion, the Lions for bringing down their equipment and serving meals for the day. A special thanks to Beth Farrell for running the 50-50, to Vin and Colleen Hallinan and all the help behind the scenes. The Elks, who was our host venue, the Greenwood Lake PD for traffic control during the day, and a special thanks to my wife who puts up with the crazy ideas that I come up with. The event raised $2,400 for local events and organizational charities. Thank you to all that I just said, because without you, it wouldn't be possible. The results of the tournament: Emerald Point beat Murphy's with a double dip, which means they beat them 2 games in a row. First place, Emerald Point, their charity was the Winter Holiday Festival. Second place was Murphy's. Their charity was the Halloween Festival Terror Trail. And in third place was a combined team of the Legion and the Elks. And their charity was their respective veterans and youth programs. The 50-50 was run, and the teams that I mentioned that did not place first, second, or third, their name was placed in a hat, and it was pulled to see who would win 50% of the 50-50, and it was the Boy Scouts. The winner, the personal winner of the 50-50, donated the other 50 back to the Boy Scouts. So $2,400 went to those events and organizations. Upcoming events: the Elks. The Elks has a cigar and whiskey day on Saturday, October 4th from 2 to 6. It's a table of 8 for $400 or $60 at the door. You get 2 cigars included. There'll be whiskey tastings, raffles. Draft beer is also provided with the ticket, and you can call the lodge at 845-477-2067 or Pete at 914-804-4728 for information on that event. The Elks is also hosting an Oktoberfest, October 11th, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. There'll be food, craft vendors, family games, contests. Adults are $15 admission, seniors and veterans are $10, and children under 13 are $5. We also have, we're going from Oktoberfest to Rocktoberfest. At 5 o'clock, Vinyl Tap will be taking the stage, and they're playing 5 to 9 p.m. The Legion, the auxiliary, is running a gift card bingo October 4th. $40 includes bingo packet and door prizes. There'll be 50-50 tricky trays, only 100 tickets to be sold. If you're interested, please call Maureen at 845-596-6807 or Dawn at 845-978-2565. The deadline is this Saturday if you want tickets. The Legion is also hosting a Halloween dance and costume party on November 11th from 7 to 11, $25 a person, pre-advanced ticket sales, $30 at the door, buffet and cash bar, music by DJ Carl. For tickets, call Barbara Kay, 845-234-0217. The Lions are doing their winter clothing drive, all ages, all sizes. Donate your gently used coats, hats, gloves, mittens, and scarves, and help someone stay warm during the cold winter months. They have 2 special days drop-off, which is October 11th and October 25th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. At the Farmers Market, which is located at Winstanley Park on Windermere Avenue. and the regular drop-off between October 1st and October 31st will be at the community center. There'll be a bin out front. The Lions are also doing holiday decorating of the Lions Pavilion at Winstanley Park. They'll be decorating it on Saturday, November 22nd, starting at 9 a.m. They'll also have a booth at the Thanksgiving Farmers Market at 9 a.m. that day as well. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Matt. Attorney, anything, Brian?
No, Mayor, no pending litigation and nothing to report for public.
Thank you. Clerk Holden.
As the mayor said, water bills went out. They need to be paid by October 24th, not to incur a late fee. Second notices for taxes also went out. For those not to get re-levied over to the county, those need to be paid by October 31st. Been working on collecting all the information for the grant submissions as well. And we're here to help you. If you need anything, just come on in or give us a call. End of my report.
Thank you. Let me find here. Okay, old business. The only thing I have is pavings. Paving is gonna start next Monday, the 29th. They're gonna be paving some roads, milling some roads, a little bit of both to also some roads. The roads that are gonna be done first are over in the Windermere Park section. Felter, Hazen, Murray Road, Wilson Street, Wright Street, and Windermere Avenue from the traffic light to Holy Rosary Church. Other roads that will be done, Kane Road, Golden, Woodmere, and Sterling, Mountain Lakes Lane, and Mary Road. Okay, so they're going to be coming in with a lot of equipment. They aim to do this as fast as they can. So you're going to see a lot of activity beginning Monday throughout the village. We will have the police and the village hall will make more specific targeted notifications to these neighborhoods. But if you live in these neighborhoods, you're going to have a little disruption for a week. It's going to be well worth it, I promise you. We're working with the town DPW is not concerned with the garbage. They do this all the time with this company. So the garbage will remain the same Wednesday and then Friday for recycles. Could be a couple of snafus. If there are, hit us up and we'll do whatever we can to alleviate whatever your situation is. But I'm sorry? Yeah, try to have, especially if you live on those targeted roads, if you can have it out as early as possible. We're going to ask the company to do those roads first, deviate from their normal plan. So, but we're not anticipating not having garbage picked up. It should work out, but earlier the better. Thank you. Okay, that's old business. New business, we have a Helpsy bin. Helpsy bin is basically a clothing bin on steroids, I'll call it. You can put anything in there, clothes, shoes, bedding, blankets, obviously try to, not your garbage stuff. This is stuff that you want people to be able to use. But instead of just putting up, clothing, this takes pretty much everything materialistic that could be used in a home. It is located right opposite us, in the parking lot behind us, on Church Street right here. So we'll be dialoguing a little more to get word out. It just went in last week. So that's a good thing. I know we have other bins throughout town. It's not a competition. People are in need. We want to make it as easy for people to give. So that's right behind us. Leaf and brush drop off. Okay, we all look outside. The leaves are coming down. We will be opening up the DPW facility on Saturday mornings from 9 to noon. in order to drop off leaves and brush. It's village residents only and no commercial accounts. So if you're paying someone to pick up all your leaves, they're not authorized to go up there. It's for the property owners only, and village residents. That'll be from, beginning October 4th through, to be determined, probably sometime in early December. But we'll see how the fall, winter goes. So there is no close date, so Saturday, October 4th. As alluded to by trustee Polari, we have Restaurant Week coming up. It's 2 weeks. She gave you all the information. Try to get out and about and support our local establishments who, depending on how the winter goes, could be a long winter. So I think we should support them as much as we can. Okay, SWIMS grant. We're applying for, it's a New York State SWIMS grant. We're gonna make a resolution in a little while. This is basically to improve, swimming pools and beaches and swimming areas. We can do infrastructure stuff. We can make improvements. There's a list of things that we can do. We're in the process right now of prioritizing what we think is necessary for the Thomas Morahan Beach. We know it could use some pavings and stuff like that. So we're in the process of applying for this particular grant. It's a matching grant. I think we're on the hook for 20%, but whenever you can get 80% of a big project, you try to take advantage of it. So we'll keep you posted on how that works. That's it. That's also on the back. Yeah. That's just events, right?
Yep.
Okay, gonna go to events. ZBA meeting, tentative dates for October the 15th and 28th, located Village Hall, 18 Church Street. They start at 7:30. Farmers Market again, every Saturday through October 25th, 9 to 1, Winstanley Park. This is one I want to make sure everyone understands. Get out to E-Waste Recycling Day. I've been trying to get this coordinated for a while. We finally were able to get it done between the board and myself. So this Saturday, the 27th, from 10 to 2, located at the DPW facility, 70 Elm Street, you can bring TVs. I was going to say radios, but who has radios anymore? Computers, electronic waste, the stuff that you can't get rid of, that you have to go to Best Buy or something like that. And this is for Greenwood Lake residents only itself. We have extended it to the confines of our school district. We didn't want to leave anybody on the East Shore, Jersey Avenue out. But you have to have a Greenwood Lake address, because we'd just be inundated if we didn't. So that's this Saturday, 9 a.m. I apologize, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the DPW facility. Any questions, please call Village Hall. Simultaneously, Orange County will be hosting a household hazardous waste collection, but that'll be in New Hampton Transfer Station, 21 Training Center Lane. Their drop-off hours are from 9 to 1. This is just what it says: hazardous waste, old gasoline, paint, anything that you can't, basically pour down a drain, they'll be taking. Old brake fluid, if you have it. I mean, everything on that. If you go to our web page, we do give a list of recommended things to bring up there. Like I said, if you have old gas that you had for your generator 5 years ago, it's not good anymore, you can bring it up there and they'll take it. The leaf and brush drop off I gave everybody. Restaurant Week, you have Orange County Mobile DMV, another popular thing. We'll be here Thursday, October 9th, from 10 to 3:30, with a lunch, I believe, from 12:30 to 1:30, or 1 to 2. Halloween Festival is a huge event for the kids. It's more than just a terror trail. It's the kids trick-or-treating. The fire department has a parade. They have, judging of costumes, etc. So that's on, it's the 12th or the 18th? It should be the 18th, right? That's October 18th. It's always the third Saturday of the month. This year, a lot of the months started right there on the first. That kind of skewed the calendar a little earlier this year. So October 18th is the date for that. And that's all I have on announcements. Privilege the floor on any items. Anybody from the floor would like to speak? Hearing none, I'd like to move to resolutions. You ready, Kat?
Yep.
Resolution 22. Let me get this out here. Resolution 22 of 2025-2026, authorizing the Greenwood Lake Village Court to apply for a JCAP grant in the 2025-2026 grant cycle. That's to make improvements in this room we're sitting in right now. This is the courthouse predominantly. So this grant, I think that, painting, aesthetics, and any improvements that they might need for this room. So I'd like to have a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, trustee Veth,
I'll second.
trustee Polari, all aye.
Aye.
Resolution 23 of 2025-2026. Whereas the Village Board of the Village Greenwood Lake recognizes the importance of ensuring safety and well-being of the community during the annual holiday festival, be it resolved that the Village Board would like to have a curfew set in effect on October 30th, 2025 and October 31st, 2025, beginning at 8 p.m. each evening for all persons under the age of 18 within the Village of Greenwood Lake. And this has been going on for many years. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, trustee Trevino,
Seconded.
trustee Veth, all aye.
Aye.
Okay, resolution number 24 of 2025-2026 authorizes the building department to grant an extension for a building permit number 23-94. This is relatively common. It's a 6-month permit. Person had a little issue getting the proper materials in time, and would like to get an extension for 6 months. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, trustee Cellier,
I'll second.
trustee Polari, all aye.
Aye.
Resolution 25 of 2025-2026 is authorizes the partnership with municipal solar partners for Phase 1 services related to development of municipally owned solar sites within the Village of Greenwood Lake. This is strictly exploratory. We do have some property and buildings that might be suited to having solar panels. Everything right now is absolutely zero cost to the village. They're basically doing a feasibility study to even see if what we possibly could do is worth doing. But we want to have a motion to start the process. So we are not going to be on the hook for any money whatsoever at this point in time. That will be something later on if, in fact, we feel it's a way we want to go. So, do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay,
I'll
trustee
second
Veth, trustee Trevino, all aye.
Aye.
Okay, resolution 26 of 2025-2026. Whereas the village has been awarded funding through a law enforcement equipment grant, and whereas the village is necessary to establish new budgetary lines to recognize the said grant and revenues and related expenses. Therefore, be it resolved that the village board hereby authorizes the creation of a revenue line A.3089.374 law enforcement equipment grant in the amount of $400,000 and an expense line A.3120.374 law enforcement equipment grant in the amount of $400,000. Whatever we put in is going to eventually come out, hence the wording.
And it wasn't part of the original budget.
And it was not part of our original budget, so we have to We have to do this to get it into our books, and then we can dispense with the money, and we need a line for that, so. Do I have a motion on that?
I'll make the motion.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, trustee Truzino, seconded by trustee Cellier. All aye?
Aye.
Resolution 27 of 2025-2026, going back to the SWIMS grant that I just spoke about. Whereas the New York State Department of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation has announced this statewide investment in more swimming grants. Now therefore be it resolved that the Village Board of the Village of Greenwood Lake authorizes the submission of a grant application to the New York State Department of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation for fiscal year 2025 for funding to support improvements at the Thomas Morahan Waterfront Park. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, trustee Beth,
I'll second.
second trustee Polari. All aye?
Aye.
Aye.
And Resolution 28, 25, 26. Resolution, this is awarding a contract for the specification and monitoring for controlled demolition with asbestos in place at 15 Church Street. 15 Church Street was basically deemed uninhabitable a while ago. We gave the people a little time to see if they can remove the structure. Apparently they cannot. So we are going to go out to bid and remove the structure that has been deemed unsafe. Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, trustee
second
Cellier, seconded by trustee Truzino. All aye?
Aye.
Resolution 29 of 2025-2026 authorizes the mayor to convey an easement abutting 32 Edgemere Road. This has been going on for a bit. We're trying to make a wall that's gonna be built there, that's gonna be aesthetically pleasing, I think, for everybody, to grant them an easement because it's, part of it's on village property. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Okay, trustee Polari,
Second.
trustee Cellier. All aye?
Aye.
Okay. And that is all with that. Okay, I'd like to have a motion to pay all audited bills.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, trustee Beth,
Second.
trustee Polari. All aye?
Aye.
I'd like to have a motion to accept the minutes of the August 20th, 2025 Village Board meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Truzino,
Second.
trustee Polari. All aye?
Aye.
There are no budget amendments, no executive session. Just in closing, I'd like to just, the Village Board, we've determined that we would like to have a Village Board workshop quarterly. That's obviously open to the public, where we just discuss things in an open forum, brainstorming ideas back and forth. So we're gonna do a quarterly meeting of this. Everyone will be notified in the appropriate way, whether it be our website. We're looking probably to have one maybe this week or the following week. And again, the proper notifications will go out. It will be downstairs in the Village Hall at 18 Church Street. And we think this will be a good way to get dialogue from all the village trustees who all work. So for us to get together and brainstorm things and run things off each other, we have to do it in an open meeting. We can't just sit by ourselves and conduct village business. There's laws against that. So we're gonna implement this policy. We'll probably have one next week, and then we'll just probably go quarterly, obviously every January, April, September, et cetera. But we'll fine tune that as we come along, and I just wanted to put that out there. Hearing nothing else, I would like to have a motion to adjourn with the next regular Village Board meeting scheduled for October 15th at 6 o'clock.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, trustee Beth?
Second.
Okay, Cellier, second. All aye?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all. Have a good evening.